Good morning, friends. It's me, Happy Chef Will, on the Chef Big Willie Show. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope you guys are all going to have a lot of happy holidays and be real safe over the next couple weeks. Just, keep well and stuff, because I know it's scary out there. We will be picking up with our Demon Souls playthrough that we started the other day. And, this startup is definitely ferocious. So, let's pick up right where we left off. That bad mammer jammer. We're actually going to fight him this morning. We're going to take that bad boy down. Demon Souls. Alright, let's continue. And let me see if I can get the chat set up right away here. Looks like it's ready to go. Excellent. And we are picking up where we left off in the Nexus. We were having a great run the other day with our female wizard here, and I believe we named her like Lady Chef Dolph. And then we went and took the Flame Lurker on, and he gave us a beat down. So we're going to go back and get our vengeance. It's always fun to start on a boss fight. And I should have chat up here in just a sec, guys. So, here we go. Da-da-da-da. I have been having a ton of fun with this game. It was one of the first ones I picked up at launch. And if you're just getting on your PlayStation 5 this morning, you will not be disappointed. This game is pretty awesome. Alright, now let's head over to the Tunnel City. I've had a hard time putting this game down. It's been so good. Alright, we are going straight in for our revenge here. We can line these guys up. We can hit a couple of them with the Soul Ray. It's always nice when you, toast two of them, That's one of the real benefits to Soul Ray and stuff. And I showed how to get it in my last broadcast, guys. So if you're wondering how we got to this point, it is all archived on my Twitch. It's from Wednesday's broadcast. And we started with a brand new character. And so I definitely think the wizard build is a real friendly build if you're new to the game. A lot of power in the game. It's not the strongest build for PvP, but it can be real strong once it achieves Gandalfiness. The term glass cannon is what I think of a lot with this build. Real powerful, but real delicate. Alrighty. This boss we're going to fight last time, he really exploited our weakness. He just kind of smashed us up. It was like, get smashed, Chef Dolph. Alrighty here, so we gotta definitely look around. We picked up all the soul orbs on our way down last time, so definitely want to make sure we're following the right way. Watch that first step, it's the doozy. Okay, this looks like the right way. Whee! Splat. Oh, one thing we did pick up at the end of the last broadcast is the Adjudicator shield here, and it's a pretty overall great shield. It's gives you full body protection and stuff like that. You can use it offensively, but it also has the passive ability of regenerating health, so it can be real useful for saving those precious health items. And it is available on the Shrine of Storms level, which we were kind of just going there and farming souls. Alright, we're just going to kind of make our way down here to the bottom. I think somebody made a mark down there so we could see. This is trustworthy. Nice. Let's give it an applaud. Yes. Thank you for your nice remark. Okay. I'm just kind of looking. So we put a mark right here. Take a step forward. Hey, and there's something down right here. Alright, unknown hero, so a little crystal lizard over there. Alright, let's go get our vengeance. It's payback time. Nobody makes us bleed our own blood. Oh, yeah, bro. Shout out to Film Freak. Good morning, man. Yeah, Merry Christmas too, bud. Yeah, I've been having an absolute blast with this game. And, you know, it's so scary right now in California with the coronavirus that I'm just lucky as a gamer, bro. You know, at like this 9-month lockdown, you know, it hasn't really affected my psyche too much because I just really dive into these games, you know, and I just feel really blessed, you know. All right, we got some coffee in here. Let's make sure we're full health. Last time this guy stomped our face. Now, we do have a little bit of a mitigating plan this time. One of the things we're going to do is we're going to use the Water Veil spell, which is something we picked up. It's available at the regular wizard that sells spells in the Nexus. And it's going to give us a little bit of mitigation against damage and fire damage. So let's go ahead and cast that on ourselves. And let's go. One thing here, I want to make sure we got lots of health items on here. Alright, we got our fresh spice, we should be fine. This guy rocked us pretty good last time. Try to give him a wise bird. Just kind of hit him with magic. Definitely dodge. Man, we bodied him easy that time. It was like we came back like, nobody makes us bleed our own blood. All right. Well, let's go do our usual here. And that is the Flame Lurker. And with his Searing Demon Soul, we can actually now go and give that to the Blacksmith Ed. And he'll allow us to do power weapon upgrades. So that's going to be a big get right there. And we took him down pretty easy, you know. We just stuck to, you know, we zigged when we should have zigged, you know, and we got him. Oh, you know, this is one of those games that's it's challenging, just like any of the Souls, you know, franchise. But it's if you give it time, like if you love the game, you'll get it. You know, you just gotta don't give up, you know, even if it seems a little hard at the start, you'll get it. So we did our obligatory swan dive there, the old triple Lindy. Reason I did that, why I came back to the Nexus, is unlike other Souls games, your world tendency in this game is affected if you die while in full body form. So if I were to die, like against this next boss we're going to go fight, because it literally goes from one boss right to the final boss of that level, if I were to die or be invaded and get killed, at that point, I would lose the white world tendency, which I'm going for. And world tendency mitigates a couple different things. If One thing it does when in White World Tendency is it makes makes you more powerful when you're in this form right here in like soul form, but it lets the enemy's drop rate of items decrease a little bit. Now it's the opposite in Black World Tendency. If you're out there assassinating everybody and kind of like doing a lot of PvP and murking people out, and you get a Black World Tendency or dying a lot in the world in human form, then the enemies will get a lot tougher. So it actually has an effect which you don't really see in the later Souls games. Alright, so let's see here. 25,000 souls we got. And we need 30 to level up. So what we can do, let's go to our inventory here and use some of these souls that we've picked up. We don't want to use the boss demon souls, like I've talked about that a lot in the last broadcast, because that's what you're going to make power spells with and stuff, and weapons. But we can use these regular souls that you just kind of pick up, like Legendary Warrior or Storied Warrior. Alright, and let's go ahead and put that into our magic power. We're just going to kind of keep buffing magic power, vitality, and intelligence for our wizard build here.
May thy strength help the world be mended.
I love her voice acting. Her voice acting is so pretty. Alright, so here we go. Back to it. We got two things to do here. We're going to go give the demon soul that we just got, the Searing Demon Soul, to the blacksmith Ed here. And that'll allow us to start upgrading our crystal falchion, which will be real useful. Or our crescent falchion, sorry, crystal falchion. And I showed how to get here and everything in the previous broadcast, so if you're like at all like how are you getting there? I always try to keep like continuity, so you guys, anything I do, you know how to get there and stuff like that. Coffee. Love coffee. Coffee's so good. Alright, so here is the second blacksmith in the game, and he's kind of surly.
What does it matter?
And he'll basically do everything the other blacksmith will do. And
I'm busy.
He's like, I'm busy, no time for chit-chat.
Forging a weapon strengthens it and alters its character. Ores are transmogrified spirits. Their presence blesses the weapon.
Alright.
Don't waste my time.
What we're going to do is convert a couple souls here so we can do some business with him, because we are a little low on souls. So, again, we're not going to use any of these demon souls, like the lead demon soul, hard demon soul, searing demon soul, any of these. We're gonna save those for making super weapons, but any of these like legendary warriors, storied hero, those are just free to use, guys. Those are just regular souls. You know, there's no problem in using them. They don't really have any other purpose but to give you souls when you need them for currency.
What if it be a blacksmith?
So we're gonna go ahead and start upgrading our crescent falchion here. Going to make the sword more powerful, and we don't have all the required things. We need some moonstone shards. We need 3 moonstone shards. Alright, take that.
Then be gone. I work alone.
At a certain point, he'll ask you for the Searing Demon Soul.
What if it be a blacksmith?
He might not ask you if there's no weapon that you're there to use them for. So, but just hang on to that Searing Demon Soul, because at some point he will ask you for it, like when you're going to make like a super weapon. Alright, but we did get this sword upgraded a lot, which is going to help its damage, and it's also going to help its mana regeneration rate, which will be very useful. Alright. Let's head now to the underground temple, because we are going to go fight another boss. We're going to go fight the boss of this level, and we're actually going to use his soul to make one of the better spells in the game. Definitely want to check around this room, though, where we killed that guy at, because there'll be some stuff in here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, this game is definitely... It's gorgeous, bro. I'll tell you another one that I've really been liking is Godfall. Godfall really looks good. The PlayStation had a nice launch. I haven't picked up Miles Morales yet. I want to at some point. But yeah, they had some good exclusive launch titles, and you know, I'm expecting a lot from Xbox in this next coming year with the Xbox One X, or I'm sorry, the Xbox X series, to see what they do. You know, like the new Halo and games that are actually built for, like, you know, really using the power of it. Okay, here we go for another boss fight. Now this is more of a stealth fight, guys, than an actual, like, fight. This requires a lot of sneaking. He can basically mop the floor with you with his fire breath or with his melee attack. So what you want to do is kind of move when he's not looking at you. Like when he turns his head, that's when you want to kind of move. Use these pillars, guys. And this behind us right here, guys, is one of the reasons why getting a White World Tendency, which we have at this point, is amazing. That's one of the best swords in the game back there, and we'll pick it up after we defeat him. And you can only get that sword if you have a White World Tendency. It's really not that pertinent to my character because I'm doing a warrior build, I mean a wizard build, but if you're doing a warrior build, that sword right there is one of the best swords in the game. Alright, so how the hell do we kill this guy? Well, what we do is we stand behind the pillar and we use our magic to break through these blocks ahead of us. So we're going to kind of just knock these down. It's going to take a couple shots. See how it's kind of crumbling? You don't want to go forward till you've destroyed that completely, guys, or you'll get messed up. Now, if you're using a melee character, you got to kind of run up, take a couple whacks at it, and then run away, basically. Now, once you've got it good and smashed, watch his pattern. Don't go while he can see you. He'll turn his head at a certain point, and that's when you want to move. And you don't want to be greedy. We're just going to move up to the next pillar. And again, there's going to be more blocks ahead. But this is more of a mission of patience than so much as where you're actually fighting him. You're going to use the level to defeat him. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So let him turn his head, run. And then just stay behind the pillar. Alright, once you get over here, you're clear. Once you get over to where the ballista is, you don't have to worry so much. Then you're going to want to come over and trigger this. Drop down here, this path will open up. And again, you're going to have enough more stealth here. So, kind of watch his head. We're just going to blasting these blocks up ahead. You don't want to go till you're sure you've smashed yourself a path free. There we go. Once it turns to dust, then you're ready to go. Alright, so we're going to watch him. Thanks, man. Thanks, Baby Got Bacon. Have a great day and a Merry Christmas to you and the fam, man. Thanks for stopping by, bro. Of course, Merry Christmas to all you guys. You know, happy holidays as we head into the new year. We're almost out of 2020. Yay! All right, guys. So just kind of move up to right here, and just make sure you're not in his vision. And if he sees you, he'll let you know. He'll be like, "Bruh," and his eyes will turn red from yellow to red. So then you'll kind of know it's time to get cover. This is a wizard build. And here, I can show you my stats real quick. I went off royalty. This is the royalty class, and the royalty class works really good for a wizard build. And if you go to my previous broadcast, Film Freak, from Wednesday, I start this build right at the start. So I literally walk you through like the entire build. But basically, I'm focused in vitality, which gives you health, intelligence, which gives you MP, and magic, which gives you magic damage down there. I have put a couple points into strength, and that's it though. I've only put a couple extra points into strength, just so I could wield this shield right here. You need a strength of 14. This is the Adjudicator shield, and it'll let you regenerate health. So it's a nice shield in the game. Not the best shield or anything, but the regenerating health build is real useful. We're going to go ahead and just keep blasting our way through. I definitely, if you're experienced with Dark Souls and you come to Demon Souls and you want to do a warrior, you'll be all right. You know, the knight class is strong and stuff, but the wizard class is really forgiving for PvE, player versus environment. It's not the strongest versus PvP though, because people are really good at fighting wizards. You know, they've learned over the years of playing the Souls games how to really dodge your magic. And thanks, Blaze Chick. Good morning. Merry Christmas. So we're just kind of blasting this debris clear ahead of us as we move. We just want to make sure he's not looking at us when we start our move. When you're right underneath him here, it gets pretty dicey. Yeah, it's just in that last stream, bro, where I start this build from Wednesday. Of course, I mean, I'll give you all the advice I can give you. You know, the royalty class is easier than the magician class because you start with better gear. You start with this ring right here, which is the fragrant ring, bro, which lets you have mana regeneration right from the start. So you actually can regenerate your mana. If you're doing this as a warrior, you know, you just want to run forward, take a couple strikes, and then make sure you get in cover. It's going to take a little bit more patience. Now, here's the other thing. I get killed a lot on this run right here by this boss because there's actually debris up there at the top of that stairwell up where you see where somebody's died up there. And if you don't know that debris is there, it's easy to run up there and get killed. So what you gotta kind of try to do And it's not the easiest thing to do here. See, he became aware of this just from that little bit. He's pissed off. Alright, we need him to look the other way. We're going to try to make our... There we go. Now you want to get to this pillar. Oh, as a priest? Well, there's a lot... The priest is powerful, bro. It just takes the priest, just you have more stats you have to fill in. So you want to kind of try to hit that, and you guys gotta kind of manually try to hit that debris up there. It's not the easiest. See, I'm hitting a lot of times. I'm crashing into the stairs and not hitting it. But just kind of trial and error it. No panics. No panics. Let's see. Doesn't look like we've hit it once. Oh, this spot's a little bit tricky. Alright. See if we can get a little closer. Oh yeah, he spotted us as soon as we moved just a little bit from this pillar. See that guy going up there and meleeing? That's our other option, is we can go up and melee and try to break through it, but we're gonna more than likely get hit. So what we'll do is we'll do a couple things to mitigate the damage. We'll take our fragrant ring off and we'll put on our flame resistant ring. We could also try to use the thief's ring, which makes us less noticeable, but I'm gonna try the flame resistant ring. And I'm going to try that with the Water Veil spell here, which again will give you a little bit of resistance. Alright, so we made it through. We actually got through that. That little spot right there could be a killer, but it worked out actually pretty good, you know. We just got in there, we bashed through it. Alright, now we're going to trigger this. Going to kind of show you his weak spot at that point with the spike on his chin there. Let's go ahead and take our flame resistant ring off. We don't really need it now. We'll put our fragrant ring back on for mana regeneration. And you're going to come on back down this way. Be careful. He's still Kitty's still got claws, you know. He's not out yet. What you want to do, if you have any type of range, is kind of stand back and lock on at range, and you'll be all right. You'll be able to just kind of finish them off. Arrows, magic. If you run up and try to melee him, he can kill you with fire breath, so be careful. Be ready for that. But if you just take him out with range, that's it. We got the dragon boss. The dragon god is down. It's a legendary warrior soul. Those are worth a lot. Alright. back to the shrine here. And we're going to go back there in just a second, guys, because I want to show you how to get that weapon. But again, we're going to do our obligatory triple Lindy. The old triple Lindy. That's a reference to Rodney Dangerfield from Back to School. It used to be one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. I was watching that, and I was watching... Oh, spot. Now remember, guys, if you die in the Nexus, it doesn't affect your world tendency. So that's why I'm coming back to the Nexus and doing the swan dive off there, so that if I get, killed, I don't affect my world tendency, because world tendency actually it has benefits. There's actually a benefit, and I'm going to show you exactly why here. Let's just go back and get our souls. Yay. I was watching Back to the Beach the other night. I hadn't seen that in so long. The amazing Amunga Cowabunga from Down Under. That's it. Oh, man, one of my favorite films. And then my dad had never seen Quigley Down Under, so I watched Quigley Down Under with my dad the other night. And my dad was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this movie. And I'm like, Dad, trust me, it's one of my all-time favorite cowboy movies. And within like when my dad, because my dad's a big Die Hard fan, when he saw that Alan Rickman was in it, he's like, "Oh my God, Alan Rickman's in this!" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Dude, this is like right after Die Hard." And let's go ahead and level up. But yeah, we watched those the other night. I'm just gonna throw a point into intelligence here. That's gonna give us more MP, because magic's pretty much our main go-to.
May thy strength help the world be mended.
Alright, so at this point we want to go back to where we just fought the dragon. Actually, I think I selected the first spot, so we'll have to teleport over there. Let's go back to the Shrine of the Dragon God. And this will only be available if you've got your world tendency to white world tendency, guys. This weapon up here. Yeah, I was just cracking up, though. I hadn't seen that in so long, man. I forgot that Bob Denver did Alan, I think it's Alan Hale, who was the skipper, did a cameo in Back to the Beach. He's like, Gilligan, we gotta go get on the boat, little buddy. He's like, no, man, I don't want to get on the boat. That was so funny. Ooh, Crystal Lizard. That was good to kill. Any chance you can take the crystal lizards out, definitely check them out. We got a pure hardstone for that. Now, this is the sword, guys. If you don't have a white world tendency, you won't be able to get to this sword. It'll be obstructed. And you can tell your world tendency by just kind of going and looking. And if you look down there where it says the Digger King, the Archstone, the second one over, and you look, you can see like how the little orb at the bottom is like filled. It's like brilliant. And you get your tendency up from doing things like killing bosses, not dying, killing invading phantoms. All that can get your world tendency up. So that sword right there, let's go to our inventory here. If you're doing a warrior build or a strength build, the Dragonbone Smasher here is brutal. This thing whoops ass. The stats on it, you got to have 30 strength. So you can see that you got to wield it really effectively, you got to have a high strength. But yeah, that sword's really nice for PvP. It's really nice for PvE, anything. It whomps enemies. And some of the things that I know on Discord, guys, if you're on Discord, I know there's a group of people on there that will help you get your tendency to white world. Like they'll invade your world and let you kill them, and then you can do the same for them if they want it, and people are helping people get White World tendency. So there's a pretty good community that plays this, you know. There's a lot of people that'll take the time to teach you, you know, all sorts of stuff. So we've cleared out this area now. We've cleared the Stonefane tunnel. And we are ready to move on. But we got a couple good things going on. One thing we're going to do, though, is go drop that dragon sword off because it is heavy. And we like to keep our inventory.
Hello again. I'm keeping a close watch on your belongings.
You're going to come to Thomas here a lot, guys. Reason being, in this Souls game, compared to the other Souls games, your items have a weight limit as well as your weapons. So it's not just the weapons you wear, but you can only carry so much weight, including items, like health items and all that kind of stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and deposit that. We're just going to stick with our 2 weapons that we currently have, and we're going to go ahead and put all these stones. Don't worry about these stones, guys. These are what you're going to use to level up your weapons, but you don't have to have them in your inventory. You can go to either of the blacksmiths, and as long as you have them in your storage box, they'll be in your inventory. So you can see my item burden over there. I'm at 35 of 134, and you can get your item burden up by just putting points into vitality, the same points that boost your overall life. All right.
You have a heart of gold. Don't let them take it from you.
Now, this is another thing that's really interesting with this game. We've got the Dragon Soul, and we could use it to, you know, level up weapons. We could use it to get a really powerful miracle. So over here, but I don't have the guy yet for powerful miracle. But over where the guy is that does miracles, once you have, oh man, what's his name? I'm drawing up. Like, we're gonna go get him in a second though, and then I'll know his name. But Sage Freak here, if you're going through the magic route, he can use the spell to give you one of 2 choices. So go to learn magic. And you'll have the option out of the same soul for either for fireball spell, and then once you free the witch Yuria, which we're going to go get her in a second, she can do firestorm for you. And of the 2 spells, I kind of like firestorm a little bit more because it really just decimates your area effect. And fireball's nice, but if you have this soul ray spell that we have, you don't really need fireball. So we're gonna go get Yuria right now. Let's go save her. And she is over here. We're gonna go to the inner ward. Actually, one quick thing. We got to grab the official's clothes out of the Nexus that we've been stockpiling. Coffee. All right, so we're going to come over to Thomas here where we've been stockpiling. And you want to get the official gear. Every time you kill those fat officials, sometimes they'll drop gear. So we should have like 3 pieces of the gear right now. So switch into the box. All right, the official's clothes. So we're taking the official's clothes. The official's gloves. You have to have this to free this NPC character. And the official leggings. So we've gotten all 3 of those up to this point. So we're just going to put those in our inventory.
Heart of gold. Don't let them take it from you.
Then back here to Boletaria, to the inner ward. You actually can't go through this area until you've killed one of those bosses. Like, since we just killed the dragon boss, you have to clear one of the whole levels for this fog to clear. So since we killed that dragon boss, we can go to the 3rd part of Boletaria now. And there's a fat official. That's what the fat officials look like. Yeah, definitely a handsome guy, huh? He's got a little swag, though. He's got a little swag in his step. It's kind of one of the reasons I put a couple points into strength right here. I really like this shield, besides the fact that it's constantly healing you. So my sword right there is constantly giving me back health. But then I got that nice shield that I can, you know, block some damage with. It's about as big as my character's body. And it gives you back a little bit of health. It's only got a 90 for physical block, though, so they will get a little bit of chip damage on you. But, I mean, since it's giving you back the health, it really just mitigate, you know, you're basically mitigating that damage, like, almost instantly. Watch out for these flaming rocks up here, guys. Dragling shield, we don't need that. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. I always kind of pick up anything shiny. I'm like, shiny! But the Dragling shields, there's no point to it. So, select it and just discard it. Crystal worm right there. Then you're gonna have a couple knights break out right here. Hey, we don't have to just use spells, especially now that we've got this falchion pretty upgraded. We still got, I think, one more upgrade we can do for it. We just need to get some Moonshade Stone shards. But it's a nice weapon. When you get in a narrow spot like this, two-handing the weapon will give you some nice overhead strikes, and you'll do more damage. And with your shield on your back like that, guys, you still will be regenerating health. Even though you can't block with it, you'll still be regenerating health with it, which is really useful. Okay, so we're going to get introduced to one of the tougher enemies in the game right here. And it's just a base enemy. It's this assassin, and you'll encounter these guys periodically through third part of Boltaria, and these sons of bitches are tough for a standard enemy. Not so much their health-wise, but if they ambush you, they can deal out a lot of damage real quick, so just keep an eye out on the assassins. There'll also be a lot of archers around this area, too. You can already hear them shooting at us. Nice. The assassin ran into the flaming ball there and took himself out. There's another assassin right there. I do not underestimate them. They have throwing knives. They have a roundhouse kick that's really effective. Make sure there's nothing over here. Looks like a little bit. Oh, see, and it was a Dragling shield. We went in there like, shiny! They always get me with shiny stuff. A lot of archers around this courtyard. You can only block as much as you have an endurance for, too. So if they break your endurance, then they're going to start breaking. Watch these knights right here. I almost got killed right there. I came close to dying. Knights hit hard. Now there is a path in here, guys, that's going to lead up to one of the best swords about mid-game swords that I really like on a strength build. Now here's our merchant friend, so don't hurt him. He's been selling us stuff, and each time you encounter him throughout the levels, he'll have better and better stuff. But actually, if you come out here, you get the great sword right there for free. So I wouldn't, like, he's selling the claymore, which is another nice sword, but that great sword out of the two, I like the movesets on the great sword a little bit better. And that's another thing that we've talked about a lot in this game, is that each weapon with its unique movesets, like, makes them all fun to try out. You know, like, whether it's, you know, some people like the great sword, some people like the bastard sword, and it's really just kind of up to the player on what they prefer. Another one of those tough knights. These guys are no joke. Luckily for us, we can just barbecue his ass with our magic. Ha ha ha! Powerful knight. Lady Shepdolf fears no knight. Nothing like lighting them both up. That soul ray will penetrate multiple targets. I love that spell. It's so good. And you get that for trading the doll soul from the doll boss to Sage Freak. Sons of guns. Nobody makes us bleed our own blood. Ha! Yeah, I have been absolutely in love with this game, though. I've been having so much fun. I started a 2-weapon build, like a really lightweight fighter that just wears basically like ninja clothes and runs around with dual daggers. And once you kind of like get used to it, like flipping behind enemies and kind of just, you know, using the speed of the daggers, it's so fun. That assassin, see how he turned himself invisible? His knives are brutal, too. Got a lot going on right now. We're getting shot arrows from beside him. Alright. But, Film Freak, there's nothing wrong with the priest build either. The priest build it's just one of those builds that it could be one of the most powerful in the game. It just takes a lot of, like, building it up, you know, because you're going to have to put points into strength, endurance. You're going to want to put some points into intelligence, so you have the spell points. You're going to have to put some points into faith so that your miracles do more damage and stuff. So it just takes the time to build it up, but it is one of the strongest in the game. Like, I encountered this guy that was using a faith build, and he had a blessed weapon. He had this shield I'm using, but he had it +5, so he leveled it up 5 times with the colorless demon souls. And dude, he was getting back. I was whammying him, but he was getting back so much health that he just outlasted me. So the priest build's not a bad build at all. It just takes it's a little bit more effort than the wizard build that I'm doing right here, where you just got to really focus on vitality, intelligence, and magic. And another thing about builds is there's no reason. Oh yeah, no daggers, bro. The daggers in this game, call me Val, they're so nice. There's like, oh my god, they're brutal. I've seen guys in PvP just shred with them. But as I was saying a second ago, there's no reason that a thief with a dagger build can't have a little bit of magic, and there's no reason that a priest can't have magic, and there's no reason a fighter can't use priest spells. It's just all how you scale your character. So anything, if you put enough points into it, can be, a jack of all trades. I mean, in theory, you could be everything if you took the time. And this game, compared to the other Souls games, is really set about the New Game Plus. Like, I know some people that have gone through 10 times, that are on. And so, say you're trying to get all the spells. Well, like, I only have the choice to use the Dragon God spell soul to either get Fireball or Firestorm or Wrath of God if I'm going up the Miracle Tree. But on my next playthrough, I could get that, on my New Game Plus, I could get that soul again and then get one of those spells. So that's kind of like the trick to getting all the souls and stuff and all the spells. Alright, so this area, this courtyard right here is going to get pretty real. This area gets pretty intense. Just going to kind of clear our way down to it. A lot of soldiers. Yeah, man! Merry Christmas, bro! I just really hope you enjoy the game, man. It's a great game. That's one of the things is, always play what I'm passionate about. And if I'm passionate about a game, that's what I'm going to be playing, Exactly. Oh, they got me. I didn't see the guy behind me. No, man. Damn, I wanted to live. They got me right at the gate, too. That's a bummer. Oh, that was my shortcut opening that gate. I should have stuck to magic and blasted my way through. Oh, great. Well, now we got to go back and get those souls. We can't let those souls go to waste. I was right at the shortcut, too. It happens, though. Now, Strava's up here being whooped on, so let's help the Strava.
Soulstar fiends are after me. In the name of all that is sacred, open this gate.
Yes, Estrava, we're going to open the gate, but...
Hurry. We're almost upon them.
I'm just trying not to hit him with my spells. Ooh, that knight almost just killed me in one hit. Oh yeah, they got me right at the shortcut, bro. Whew! Alright. So he's going to ask us to open the gate, so we're going to have to go around and open the gate for him anyways. Let's gather up stuff. Dude, we almost died like 2 different times right then. Then dying would suck at this point, because we would leave all the... We had like about 30,000 souls, dude. We'd leave all those souls behind. That's when you start feeling the pressure of the game. Under pressure. Now watch that ball. It can still damage you with fire damage. This will trigger the assassin. He'll come out on the left this time. Come on, assassin. That's one of the things that gets me killed a lot in this game and costs me a lot of souls is when I start rushing to go back and get souls. You know, we're going to have to pay attention. Oh! Dude, that just scared me. Come on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that can be brutal. The most I've lost in this game so far is about 30,000 souls in one spot. But in Dark Souls, I've lost 5 million souls in a spot before. Just farming the spot over and over again, and then I lost the souls the stupidest way. So I died, and I was up fighting those giant golden knights, the wing knights, and I died. And when I rekindled, I ran forward and I fell down the elevator shaft that I had taken up there, and I lost like 5 million souls, dude, which had taken me like 4 hours to get. Dude, it was so brutal. Try to kind of trigger these guys. Yes, yes, farming the archives, bro. Exactly. Exactly. And I gotten so powerful that with my pyromancer spell, where you take them over, where they become your dudes, I would just go up there, you know, take over their minds. No, hell no. I got back on the saddle and kept going, man. Harvested another 10 million souls. But you know, my friend Moonreich, he was doing his first playthrough, so I wanted to, you know, have a really OP character, and so me and Acid Warfare, my other buddy who plays a lot, we were both kind of guiding Moonreich through the game. You know, anywhere he got to, we'd have him summon us, and then we'd help him go through the game, you know, and protect him. And we killed so many people invading Moonreich's world because we were so OP. Like Acid, you know, had like a warrior that was like level 200, and I had like a wizard that was like level 200. I still have the characters, but I mean, we just, anytime people invaded the three of us, we'd use Moonreich as bait, and then just kind of mop the floor with anybody that invaded. I mean, I'd say we won probably like 80% of the time. Every once in a while, we'd encounter a group of like 3 invaders that actually, whoa. Actually did pretty good. I got really into the PvP though, from the Covenants on that. I was doing a lot of PvP battles to get like the Ultimate Covenants, you know, like the Aldrich Covenant and some of the other Covenants, so that you could get like the spells, because each Covenant has unique stuff. We're gonna go through Dark Souls 3 too. I actually purchased it for the PlayStation over here, and I've never played it on the PlayStation. So I have like 10 super OP wizard warriors over there on Xbox, but I've never took the time to play it here on PlayStation. So it'll be fun. We'll do that in the next upcoming year. Got a lot of broadcast planned. All right, let's go get our souls back, though, that we left out there. We definitely want those back. Not get wiped out this time. See, those guys, I didn't see these soldiers last time, and they came down and around and attacked me. Oh, yeah. Well, and yeah, if you're doing, like, I was fighting for Aldrich's Covenant, so I was protecting the, where the Pontiff is a lot, you know, because they call you if anybody from, like, the blue, the Blue Wolves, I forget what they're called, but if they invaded. Yay, we got our souls back. Woo. Yeah, exactly. Yep. All right, and we just got the official's cap, guys. So we got the fourth piece of clothing we needed. And now we've opened up our shortcut that we literally died at the shortcut. Here's Ostrava. He's awesome. We love you, Ostrava. Ostrava, you're awesome. There's a bunch of knights up ahead. There's a boss battle up ahead, but you can actually make the boss battle easier. And we are going to do that by doubling back this way. We should have gotten the key. We got the iron key. Yeah. Okay. So now we can go and we can go free up a guy that's going to help us for the boss fight, one of the legendary knights of old in the game. And we'll also get the key that we need to free up the other character over here. And we have all the official gear now, so we can get over there without any problems. So come on back this way. Actually take a shortcut right here to regenerating our magic. Instead of waiting for our magic to regenerate, if we just select the inner ward, which is right where we're at, it'll bring us right back with full health, full mana. And, you know, we haven't lost anything or anything. We're just right back here. Watch out, there's a couple knights in here, but these are the weaker blue knights. The backstab animations, like every weapon with their different animations, are so epic. Alright, we're just going to gather up whatever these guys got. Yeah, get a couple herbs for our trouble. Now, back over to here. Now, you can't go through this door until you get the iron key off that official we just killed. And now we have the iron key. So now, you can come on down here. Careful, there's one of those officials in this area. It's kind of like waiting to ambush you. once you free up this gentleman,
Who goes there?
he'll actually help you in this boss fight up ahead. He reminds me a lot of Siegfried.
You blood-groveling soul stuff.
And that'll give you the blood key right there off that official.
I'm called Bior. We deserve a handsome reward. I'm going to sleep.
He reminds me of Siegfried, how he always kind of goes to sleep. That tower shield is a beast shield, dude. It's one of the best shields in the game. Oh yeah, praise the sun for sure. A lot of people have asked me, is Demon Souls and Dark Souls in the same universe? And there's similarities between them. I would say that Dark Souls is in the spirit of Demon Souls. Like, Demon Souls is the original, and this remake that Blue Point Games did is phenomenal. But Dark Souls is its own kind of world, but you can see a lot of crossover, like patches, and then just like certain characters and stuff seem very similar to other characters. Alright, so now we're going to go for Yuria, and to do that we need to disguise ourselves as the fat official, so head here and change our gear. You just need to put on the hat, the armor, the legs, and the gloves. Yeah, exactly. It was the beginning. I remember when I played this originally, and my friend Yoda told me about it, and he's like, "Dude, have you played that game, Demon Souls?" And you know, because we both had PlayStation 3s, and I was like, "No, not really." Hey, High Quality, happy holidays to you too, man. Merry Christmas, bro. For sure. And I was like, no, I haven't played it. And he's like, dude, get it and come help me. And so I went ahead and bought it, and he quit. As soon as I bought it, he was like, oh, I'm not going back to that game. It's too hard. He's like, it's like, he kept telling me that he thought the game was broken or something. And I'm like, dude, it's really hard, but if you push through on Demon Souls, it's so worth it. And eventually I got him to play it, and basically I bodyguarded him through 90% of the game. And then now he loves the games. Like, he's like the biggest Demon Souls and Dark Souls fan. But he thought that it was just too hard at first. You know, he'd never played a game with so much difficulty. But I, you know, as a person that goes all the way back to, you know, Atari and NES, I always remember those old school games where you had one life, you know? And so that kind of just allowed me to persevere and just kind of keep going, you know, and never give up. All right, so once you got to have this official gear on, guys. And once you have the official's gear on and the blood key, you'll be able to open the door to get here, and he'll lower the ramp. See how the ramp's up right there? He won't lower the ramp for you unless you're in this gear. That's why we got to wear it. And then once he lowers the ramp, you can go ahead and waste it. Now, the other thing is, let's go ahead and send this back to storage. He just dropped us a really good axe, but our Is our item limit full here? Oh yeah, our item limit's at 128. We've picked up a lot of stuff. That's all right though. Everything's fine. What you want to do is you want to take off this clothing and put on your other gear before you talk to her, because otherwise she won't respond to you. She'll think you're one of her tormentors. So go back to your default gear. And this is Yuria the witch.
Thank you. With a little rest, I can soon... You go on ahead. I do not wish to be a dead weight.
Now she'll be back at the Nexus, and she'll teach you spells. She's kind of like the third, like first it's the basic mage that's there that'll teach you the basic spells. Then once you rescue Sage Freak, he'll teach you, really good spells. And then Yuria, she'll basically ask you if you want to like learn like witchcraft, and she'll teach you like some really powerful spells. But just like with Sage Freak, you got to bring her boss souls. That's why you don't want to use up the boss souls in this game, unless you're making a weapon. Like if you're doing a warrior build and you know that like a certain boss soul, is going to be combined to make that super weapon you want. Well, then yeah, absolutely use it. But that's what you want to save them for, rather than just say converting them to souls. I would always say grind souls, and I'll show you a fantastic spot to grind souls. If you're looking for that kind of thing. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's like when Dark Souls came out. By the time Dark Souls came out, and I was back over on Xbox, at that time I was a member of this really big clan that we played Call of Duty with, and I was telling all my friends, because Dark Souls came out a month ahead of Skyrim. And so all my buddies were waiting for Skyrim. And I'm like, guys, Skyrim is great, dude. It's going to be a great game. I love the Elder Scrolls. But you got to check out Dark Souls. And my friends were like, no, I don't know. And so I had like a 3 or 4 month run where I just played nothing but straight Dark Souls. And oh my God, like from the very first demon you fight in the asylum, I mean, it was just designed to push you. All right, coffee. So now we can come back over, and Yuria will be over here. She'll be in her own little spot over here in the corner.
Hello again. I am sorry, but should you have demon only, why not try the magic of the great?
And she'll ask you if you want to learn like Sage Freak's magic, because like she considers her magic dark.
Are you sure?
I don't think it in any way it affects your world tendency for using her magic. So I'm like, yeah, let's learn magic. And she's got some great spells here. Ignite's really nice if you want to just like drop an enemy right in front of you, but I actually would say hold off on that spell. We're going to use the Dragon Demon Soul that we got from that boss. Yes, exactly. Yes, yes. See, and there's that crossover. Yes, Yuria. Yeah, there's definitely that crossover.
I hope my witchcraft may be of some help.
So that spell she just we got right there is one of the best spells in the game as far as like dealing with bosses or even PvP. That's what I was kind of talking about your mage kind of being like not the strongest at the beginning, but your mage can get really strong.
Our human potential.
Now, if you want, you'll have the option of getting fire spray with the hard demon's soul here, and she was going to sell you ignite. Fire spray is really nice. This is another really nice spell for PvP, for PvE.
Please fetch me more demon souls. I can still be patient.
What it does is that spell just lets you just hold down, and as long as you got magic, you're literally just throwing out fireballs. And you can move and flip and stay locked on and still hit them with those little mini fireballs. So it's really nice for chipping away at a person.
Are you here for very well?
And then the ignite spell that she sells you, because you can only have one or the other, it's a great spell too. For like if somebody gets up in your face, it's basically like a fire blast right in their face. So it's kind of useful if somebody like gets in on you, and it can do some major damage too. I'm going to hold off on both of them for now.
You saved Master Frake, did you not?
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Do you see how we...
But I mean, most people I've encountered in this game, like in PvP, are so used to fighting wizards that I prefer to be a warrior or a priest. And if you have magic abilities too, that's fine. But I've encountered so many people that have really powerful spell resistant gear that it's tough to win. Not impossible, it's just tough. All right, so we're going to go ahead and tune some of our magic here. And we'll take off warding for now. And let's see, Firestorm takes 3 slots, so it takes a lot of slots. So for now, we'll go Firestorm, Flame Toss, and Soul Ray.
Bring me more demon souls when you can.
And we can increase our magic slots to around 6. And there's a ring you could basically increase to 7 if you wanted. That's one of the things, though, that I like that they did with Dark Souls, is where they let you, have more magic and stuff like that. I think that's, one of my... I really like playing the wizard-style characters. All right, so let's drop a bunch of stuff off because we got a lot of weight here.
I was worried sick.
We're going to drop off the official stuff, unless you want to wear them. Like, if you want to wear that stuff, that's fine. There's, like, no harm in it, but... And then we're just going to keep our weight down. I always kind of try to keep my weight down on this game. It's not as punishing, though, as the original Demon Souls. That's one thing that Bluepoint did change for the better, in my opinion, is that in the original, if you came up to items and you didn't have the weight to carry them, you didn't get that option to send them back to your storage that they put in this one. So I think that's a great addition that they put in this one. Alright. Let's get rid of some of these assassin daggers and stuff.
We are indebted to you, for you fight on our behalf.
Okie dokie. Let's go talk to her.
Thou seekest, then touch the demon inside. Soul of the mind, key to life's ether.
And we'll keep buffing our intelligence for now.
Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. Art thou finished?
Now we'll go get another really awesome NPC character. And I'll show you where to get the best guy for miracles. So you need to go back to the rituals path. Oh, yeah, dude, for sure. Pyro, I love the spells they put in 3, man. Oh, yeah. But the thing with 3, too, Val, is, I usually always start out with the wizard, but I loved also learning all the fighting to where eventually I could just smash those guys with spells and stuff. So what you want to do, guys, this is a nice spot to harvest souls early on. You could stand up right where I was just at and use the bow if you wanted. And this you want to use fire in this area. These guys are weak versus fire. And once you kill that Reaper, guys, you'll get all the enemies in this area will drop with him. He's also got those Moonstone shards, so we actually need 2 more of those shards to level up our sword here the rest of the way. But I want to show you guys this area right here. Now, if you remember Patches from Wednesday's broadcast where he tried to kill us, this guy cracks me up.
Oh, hello again. Hey, don't turn a cold shoulder. I didn't mean to do you wrong, really. Come on now. We've got better things to fret about. That pit there is filled with treasure. But, I'm having a little trouble getting to it myself. Go on, take a look.
Now,
More riches than you could dream of.
Patches is in Dark Souls, I think, too. I think he's also in the Dark Souls world, if I'm not mistaken. The thief, or basically somebody after his similar style who always tries to kill you. He kicks us right in the spine.
Hey, don't hold it against me, eh? Take your time starving to death. Then I'll sell every last trinket off your corpse.
Oh, yeah. I know, huh? It looks great. Okay, guys, so don't hurt this guy down here. Unless you're going for, like, the ultimate evil, like, playthrough. This guy's going to sell you the best miracles in the game. Just come over and talk to him.
Heavens. Did you fall for that little devil's trap? Well, I did the same. The reverberation seems fearsome, dark, but have no fear. Pray with me. Umbasa.
Umbasa. So, over here, there's a Spectre. And this guy's pretty tough. But we'll mop the floor with him. See how he's rolling out of the way of spells? That's what you'll encounter a lot when you're dealing with humans, where you'll really run through your magic, you know? And then they lower the boom on you once you're empty. Lucky for us, we have the amount of spells. And like a human, though, human will dodge you all day long and really make you be like, damn. So there's the sword Makoto. Now you get that sword for having a pure white world tendency, guys. So once you have the white world tendency, you can come here and get Makoto off that body right there. And it's one of the best swords in the game. It is. I know I've said that about a few different swords, but Makoto is a beast sword. So after you kill the Phantom, come back over.
Did you cleanse the world of the aforementioned God has chosen Umbasa?
And he'll be back now. If you're doing that priest build, guys, he'll be back at the over by where the other priest was, and he'll sell you miracles. And like he'll sell you some powerful miracles like God's wrath, which I'm not really that big of a fan of it so much as it's much better in Dark Souls, because if you're using certain talisman in Dark Souls that have what's it called? Where you can take a hit and still cast. It's got a word. There's I forget the name of it. But it doesn't have. You don't have that in this game. So taking the time to cast that spell can get you killed a lot in PvP, because it really takes a long time. Yes, poise. Thank you, Val. That's exactly the word I was looking for. Poise.
I didn't mean what I said. Well, a man's got to make a living, right? Here, look, I can make up for it. There aren't many humans like us. We need to stick together.
He does look super creepy, though.
As a token of my friendship. Not bad, right?
So he'll give you another gash-resistant ring, which is a useful ring, especially in if somebody's using a lot of bleed on you. All right, so now after the second time of encountering Patches, guys, he'll be back in the Nexus. He'll be sitting up on the top of the circle, and when we go back there, I'll show you exactly where he's at. And he sells some great arrows. He sells the if you're doing a bow build, you might want to come here early, because he sells the heavy arrows. Really useful for a bow build. He also sells the white arrows that are super expensive, but again, super powerful and really useful. Alright, and then real quick while we're here, I want to show you my favorite farming spot in the entire game for farming souls. What we need to do is actually head to where the boss fight is here in the Monolith Forest. And you're going to want a bow to farm souls, or you're going to want some type of ranged spell like Soul Ray. Now, all these guys, careful, it can kind of be overwhelming, especially when you come in here. If they start overwhelming you, this corner right here can give you a little bit of cover. It's not an infinite cover, and it's not guaranteed, but as you can see, it'll give you a little bit of cover. And then this is my favorite spot to farm souls in the entire game. Just kind of take your time and pick these guys off, and each one's going to give you like around over 1,000 souls. And if you're using the Ring of Avarice, you'll get way more, but I don't have it yet. There's two places where you can get it. One's, well, both are over in the Tower of Lateria, and we're going to head over there in just a second. One, you can buy the Ring of Avarice for 50,000 souls, and another one, you can actually find a Ring of Avarice. So I always say save the souls. But, I mean, you could wear them both if you wanted and harvest even more souls. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, that wall right there is definitely useful. But as you can see, I mean, we've already put about 9,000 souls on. You can do this with a bow. It's actually a little bit easier with the bow because the arrows, especially if you're doing like a sticky bow build, your arrows can go way farther than your spells. Yeah, but so basically you just come back there and make, depending again if you have the Ring of Avarice, you could come back there and make like 20, 30,000 spells just every time. And just be careful. As soon as you teleport to that spot, those guys will start shooting at you. All right, so back into here. And I'll show you where Patches is. See, Patches is sitting up here now, and he'll sell you some great stuff. He's got those arrows I was telling you about. And he'll be right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and level up.
Then touch the soul of the mind, key to
I'll
life.
go to throw a point into Vitality. Really, with my wizard build, which again I think it kind of makes the wizard a simplistic build, is I just focus on 3 attributes: Vitality,
strength help the world be mended.
Vitality, Intelligence, and Magic is basically all you need to really have a powerful glass cannon. Yeah, for sure, bro, for sure. All right, so let's go fight another boss fight. Now that we've got Bior here and we've rescued Bior, we can actually go fight a kind of a tough fight if you're by yourself, but with him, it's way easier. So we're going to head back to the inner ward. And this is another spot to get a great sword. I know I've been saying that a lot. Great sword here, great sword there. But they're very useful. I like using all the different weapons and just kind of like, especially with my fighter, kind of like getting used to like having a wide variety. And there's no reason that your fighter has to be limited to using, just swords and stuff. You could use bows, you could use magic, whatever you really scale your character up to. Now we got our nice shortcut open. This Crescent Falchion. This weapon right here I'm using is great for Wizard, and I showed how to get it in my last broadcast. It basically scales to magic and intelligence. So it's great. Oh, yeah, for sure. And here's a Strava.
You saved my life. This is the 3rd time. I am truly indebted to you. This is all I have. But please accept it. Now I must go. My father, the king, awaits me.
His tale's kind of sad. Like his father's was the king of this land, and he was like corrupted. Now, guys, there's 3 knights up on the steps up there. So what I like to do is kind of like chip away at all these warriors. I don't want to trigger those knights and then have to fight all these guys. If you're using a bow, you can kind of lure them to you with a bow too. Yeah, sadness in the Souls games. I know, bro. I know. Ain't that the truth? Dude, the wedding in Dark Souls 3 was like so sad. We're going to definitely have to do a Souls playthrough. Knowing me, I'll probably do like 5 or 6 because I absolutely love the game. I can't wait to see what they do with Elden Ring. Those knights are no joke. Yeah, man. From Software, though, they make some of the best games, I mean, that I've ever played. It's not just that, like, you know, people find them difficult and you hear people kind of go, oh, yeah, you know, Dark Souls, oh. It's that if you play the games, you can get good, you know? I guess it's that get good. But if you play the games, you can get that, like, experience, you know? Alright, so let's get our magic back here before this fight. Go to our Crisp Blade, which actually increases our magical damage. By yourself, this fight can be a little bit intimidating. But with Bior, it's not the worst fight at all. Really? I didn't know that. I didn't know they started out as an accounting software company. I didn't know that. Val with the interesting information. I love Bior's voice. So I believe this was his brother that went in and got corrupted. I'm just going to try to not hit Bior with my spells while I kind of let him draw the penetrator. Just give this guy a wide berth. That's that Firestorm spell we got, guys. I mean, you can see it just demolished him. That is a really nice spell for PvP. Like, if somebody doesn't know, say, you kind of, you know, you're just chipping away at them with different spells, and you kind of lure them in, and then hit them with the Firestorm, you can wipe a guy right out in PvP with that spell. I mean, knock him right out. I've knocked out some powerful players with that spell. But it does consume a lot of mana.
One more demon downed.
All right. Let's go over to here. Get the silver demon soul. Back to the Nexus. And with that guy's death, that should have put your area there to pure White World tendency at that point, if you've killed the other bosses. So that'll open up a special gate right at the very beginning of the level and allow you to get some cool items. Of course, we're going to do our little triple Lindy maneuver here. Remember, if you're going to off yourself, do not off yourself in any of those regular worlds. Make sure you come back to the Nexus, do our triple Lindy. Ah! And it doesn't, once you've got all the stuff, like once you've collected the stuff and you've got the benefit for having the White World tendency, then at that point, you know, it doesn't really matter if you're kindled or not and somebody invades you. Then it's just really up to like your own, you know, psyche, you know, if it drives you nuts that somebody comes in and kills you. But I wouldn't get mad about it, you know, it's just the way the game is, you know, it's actually a really cool idea that they came up with where, you know, real people could invade other people's worlds. And they made it a little bit more gentle in Dark Souls, where, you know, you don't have that world tendency. So if somebody kills you, you know, all you got to do is make sure you just go back and get your souls, you know.
Thou seekest, then touch the demon.
Alright, so let's go ahead and we're just going to keep buffing our intelligence, buffing our magic, buffing our vitality. At a certain point, though, once we get to the soft cap around 50 in each stat, then I'm going to go ahead and start, you know, throwing points into endurance and throwing points into strength. Really just have a real versatile character that's pretty much good at everything.
Strength help the world be mended.
Could have a super powerful mage that wears armor. That's brutal. Or does miracles, too. You know, put a bunch into faith and learn a bunch of faith-based miracles. Okay, what we need to get from Patches is we need some spice.
We've long been.
That's one of the things as a wizard you're going to want to keep a bunch of. I usually recommend saying having about 20 fresh spice. And if they can sell you aged spice is really good too. And you can see he's got some nice stuff. The cat ring, the fragrant ring. Yeah, no, I'm glad they got rid of the tendency too, bro. It just makes it more punishing if you die, you know, and that's why I come back and do a swan dive off, because when I'm trying to get that White World tendency, I don't want to lose it, you know. And I'll show you the gate that's open now real quick too, guys, once you have White World tendency. If you go right back to the very beginning of the game, to the gates of Boletaria, literally all the way back to the very start. No, it's not just to stomp on those guys. This gate will be open, guys, once you have White World tendency. And that's what I mean why the world tendency is in it, but it also makes for having a playthrough where you want to do a playthrough, because there's unique stuff for having a Black World tendency too. For doing that invading. Age Spice, the worst Spice Girl. That was pretty funny, bro. That's me. Gotta collect all the shiny. Shiny! There is a tough little phantom up ahead here, so it's not just a cakewalk over here, though. There is none of these guys, but you'll encounter in a second. Not to be underestimated, especially after you mop through these dudes. Those are just going to be green herbs. We got enough green herb. Yeah, you can see a dead body here. That's always a sign of what's to come. And let's go to our Soul Raise, a nice spell for dealing with tough enemies. There she is. You get the Master Ring, and you get like kind of like an interesting outfit with the blind gear there. And then this is the other really interesting spot about this area is there's a lot going on here. Poison resistance ring's a great ring, especially before you go to the swamps up ahead. But, and this takes a little bit of patience here. The way you come off this way, yeah, the gimp suit. Yep, you're the way you come off this. If you land right, you got to be careful because if you land wrong, it's death. And either having the evacuate spell, see that colorless demon soul, guys. That's why you want to come in here. That colorless demon soul we got right there is super important, especially if you're going to build the best weapons. That's like to get your the super weapon. Splat, to get your super weapons. To get your super weapons up to that's the joy of being blind in one eye. My depth perception sucks. But I'm not even worried about those souls. They can keep those. To get your super weapons, you have to get colorless demon souls, and there's only a few places in your single playthroughs that you can get them. You can get like 5 per playthrough. Oh yeah, I got one eye, bro. So my depth perception is, I've been blind in my right eye since I was 9, dude. So my like walking a tightrope and stuff like that is a challenge for me. Okay, all right. So we got a colorless demon soul. We could actually go upgrade our crisp blade right here, which is not a bad thing to do. So let's go do that. So we're going to go to the smithing grounds. We could also use it on our adjudicator shield if we wanted to. And that's another thing when I was telling you guys about off of Discord. You know, I had a guy the other day, we were just chatting on there, and he's like, hey, if you want, I'll come give you like 10 colorless demon souls. I was like, oh man, no, that's cool. You know, I'm just going to earn them up because I want to do them in my broadcast and stuff. But there's a lot of people that'll do nice stuff for you like that are part of the Discord community for this game. They'll come in, like, you know, you can set a password, you know, have them invade your world as a red phantom, and you know, they'll let you kill them to get your world tendency to white real quick so you can get access to certain items and stuff. You know, people are pretty cool. You know, it's a cool community. Okay, we are going to need some souls here. So let's go to our trusty soul consumables. Yeah, we'll go use one of these warrior souls.
What if it be a blacksmith?
And we can have him upgrade our Crescent Falchion to 5.
Demon souls. They're like powerful spirits. Doing so, invigorated by it.
If he talk to him until
I told you that I'm busy.
He should ask you for the Searing Demon Soul at a certain point.
Mighty weapon, the highest grade. The highest grade of all.
Definitely want to keep your equipment repaired up.
The highest grade of all is a pure ore. It shines. All done. Then be gone. I work alone. Yes, that's That's the one. With it, I can forge.
Yeah, there he goes. So now that Syrian demon soul that we got earlier, we give it to him. Now he'll let us do
Well to put your
like
trust
super
in the great
weapons.
blacksmith Ed. Bring me a demon soul, and I shall use it to bless your weapon.
Yeah, yeah, bro, for sure. All right, see, so now, like Makoto, we have, and we only have one of these souls at this point, but you could turn the wood catalyst into the insanity catalyst. We can upgrade the crisp blade, which that's the path I'm going to take. So now it's crisp blade +1.
All done. Then be gone.
And if you're doing a magic warrior build, guys, like and especially if you're going to get into PvP, upgrade the crisp blade. And like anything in the game, there's a drawback to it. And what happens is, with the crisp blade upgraded, you'll do more damage, and you can take it to a +5 with colorless demon souls there. But you'll also receive more damage from magic. So it'll make you more and more of a powerful glass cannon, but also you'll be susceptible to taking damage from magic. So you just got to be aware of that. It's kind of the trade-off with it.
Hello again. I'm keeping a close watch on you for...
Go ahead and store some of these. That'll drop a lot of our weight. Exactly. It's just like the Dust Crown. Exactly. Okay. Let's get rid of Makoto for now. Makoto's a beast weapon. There's actually and there's the gimp hood that you got off the character we just killed a second ago. If you want to be the machine.
You have a heart of gold. Don't let them take it from you.
Okay, so let's get back on the trolley here. We've been making good progress. A couple different places we could go, but still got work to do here at the prison. Got some bosses to fight, so let's go. Let's get it. This is one of my favorite levels in the game. It just kind of reminds me of like something out of like Mordor, or again, kind of like Hellscape. I really like Lateria. I mean, all the levels look super beautiful, but I like what they did in this level. It's got that like. Dude, our magic, we've definitely upgraded with the... Yeah! That's another great game, Bloodborne. That's on the PlayStation Plus pass, man. I've been wanting to go back through that game. That's a fun game. Did you play Immortal Unchained, Val? Immortal Unchained's pretty damn cool. I like that game a lot. It's kind of like Dark Souls with guns. Reminds me a lot of what they did with Remnant from Ashes. And, you know, and it's like they always say, is the imitation is the greatest form of flattery because, you know, like Dark Souls paved the way, but some other companies now have taken that kind of, you know, Dark Souls style play and made some pretty cool games. Remnant from Ashes and Mortal Unchained. I really like both those games a lot. I love this. Like, I thought that was a heart the first time I was in here. It might be some type of heart, but you know, we'll get to what it is. But it kind of looks, it sounds kind of like a heart beating. A giant. All sorts of stuff around these edges. If you really risk it, you can walk out there and get a bunch of different items. Oh, yeah. You know, that's one I never played. I never played Lords of the Fallen. I've had it. I've had that game for forever, but I've never played it. My friend Acid Warfare, he got into it. He went all the way through it. I think probably because I was spending so much time playing Dark Souls 3. I was like, well, I got a Souls-esque game going right now. I don't need 2 going. Flamberg, that's another nice sword right there. Again, like with the swords, I recommend trying all the different move sets, you know, so you find which one you like. Oh, man, I hate trying to walk the tightrope to get those things. I always fall to my death. Oh. Just be careful with these gargoyles. Like, if you do melee and you target onto them, that you don't, like, flip off the cliff trying to dodge or anything like that. Oh, the gargoyles in 3 were brutal with the way they'd fly at you with that spear. I think my most hated enemy in 3 were the wardens, though, in the jail. Those wardens that would look at you and shrink your health bar, and then if you, like, sometimes if you were close to them, they'd just pin you to the ground with their searing poker. Oh my god. One time I got invaded by, like, 3 different guys that were all using the searing pokers in the PvP. I'm like, you sons of bitches. Okay, guys, so this spot right here, just kind of remember this spot right here, because when you have pure white world tendency, you can come back to the spot. And the other day when we were playing in our playthrough, when I showed you the spirit that's in the jail cell, this is how you get to where you can save him, is you have to have pure white world tendency, and then there'll be a bridge there where you can walk across. I just want to kind of point that out. Oh, yeah, the jailers, dude. Those guys piss me off, dude. You know who's also in this world, but in the other world is the Crow Pumperum. I wonder if there'll be some crossovers into Elden Ring. I hope so, man. Well, but you know, with George R.R. Martin doing the story, it might just be unique to that. Some of the characters look crazy in that, though. Some of the conceptual art and stuff they've released. That game looks like it's going to be beast. I wonder when we're going to see it. And I wonder if they're... I hope they're doing Dark Souls 4, man, because I want to play more Souls. Alright, so now it's easy, like, to get kind of lost in here. So basically what's happened, guys, is when we cut that chain, we opened up a path over here now that before we wouldn't have been able to go in. And I want to just kind of point this out. When we go down and we cut the other chain, we'll open up this path that's blocked right now by, again, this giant pustulating thing up here. And I was getting some tweets earlier and some DMs about if I'm going to do a warrior playthrough on this. I am going to do a warrior playthrough at some point, guys. We'll definitely do a warrior build. We might even go into like a priest build on it. We'll definitely do that though. All right, so go this way. Yeah, man, Bloodborne. That game was badass. I got to do another playthrough on that. It's been a while. I haven't done a playthrough on that in about 3-4 years. Somebody wrote, I want to go home. You gotta respect the humor. So we need to make our way out to the platform, which is... Let's see, we have to walk out on a path and fall down to it, so it's up ahead. Hey, Ravenhawk, thanks for subbing, bro. Shout out to my man, Ravenhawk. You know, I've only played through that game one time, man. I didn't get a lot of time because I was playing so many different games. I'd love to do some different playthroughs on it, some different styles. So, we gotta find a path. It's up ahead, I believe, where we fall off onto this other path. And it looks like it's a one-way trip, but it's not. I don't think it's behind us. It's been a while since I've been here. Let me see. Is that it down there? Sorry guys, I'm having a little senior moment here. Not up that way. Is that going this way? We'll check one more time here. You know, if you like that, Val, you should definitely check out... okay, that's the path we need. Wait, no, that was the one we were just on a second ago. That looks like the path we need. That's not the path we need. So it is out this way, I think. Is Godfall, bro. Godfall, it's not so much about the story. I kind of found the story to be a little bit light on it. But, man, it's all about the combat with the different weapons and stuff. It's really got a nice little... combat swag to it. It's some nice eye candy here on the PS5, that's for sure. Alright, so where's this spot at? 'Cause we gotta fall to it. Oh, I got you, bro. Yeah. Oh, glad we didn't die right then. I wish. I've been trying to get a PlayStation 5 for my cousin Carol's son. I've been trying, man. I've been shaking the trees, and man, they made that hard as hell to come across. I know hopefully by the middle of next year they've got them so that if anybody wants one can get one, you know. Oh, the scalpers suck so bad, dude. Those guys, I mean, you know, I understand, you know, trying to make a buck and, you know, like, oh, here we go. Here's the path we needed. This is the path we needed right here, guys. I mean, you know, I understand all that, but it's like the Grinches who stole Christmas. I saw one of the scalpers get wrecked, though. This guy painted a perfect image of a PlayStation 5 box, and then he listed it as PlayStation 5, you know, blah, 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 with the painting. And so the scalper was like, oh, well, I want that, and he bought it. But he didn't realize that he was just buying a painting from the guy. I thought that was pretty cool. All right, guys, see, what you want to do for this next part is come out this way. Now, this is an interesting thing here. This guy, he'll ask you if you're fighting the demons.
Are you here to fight the demons? If so, then help me escape this place. I am on your side. I have come to face the demons.
Now, I've never seen him anywhere else in this game other than right here. And I don't think there's no way off of this area except for going into that cage, which will take you to the next place we need to go. But I've killed him before when I'm playing in my dark playthrough, and his armor, that armor he's wearing, is freaking bitchin'. But yeah, I've never seen him anywhere else. Like, he makes it sound like you're going to encounter him somewhere.
I will remember this.
But I've never seen him anywhere else in the game.
We'll meet again.
I kind of like figured like maybe when I was like fighting the end boss or something, he'd like show up. Now, once you free him up, just step into the cage here. Oh no, we're trapped forever! Yeah, this will take you to the next part of the level. Yeah, and his armor set, that armor set is freaking good, dude. It's like high magic resistant, like good stats all around, and it looks badass. Down to the scary depths down here. There's all sorts of like little orbs, like little soul orbs around here. So there's lots of enemies around here too. Just kind of like look around. There's a fragrant ring, guys. Like, Patches is selling a fragrant ring for 60,000, and if you're doing a wizard build and you go off royalty class, you'll start with the fragrant ring, but that's where you can find a second one. So if you want double the mana regeneration, Mercury Stone chunk. $674 we just got off our Firestorm on that guy. That's why that spell is just so nice. We didn't even have our Crisp Blade out either. We could have upped the power on it. I could also put a Magical Ring of Sharpness on and buff the power. And just like with the Crisp Blade, the Magical Ring of Sharpness makes you more susceptible to magic damage too. So it's kind of a trade-off. Again, you can really spec out, though, that Glass Cannon-esque build. Oh, yeah. BBQ, for sure. Watch these guys. I think these guys look super cool, like as an enemy. Watch their over-the-head tail attack if they get close to you. It can be pretty devastating. Just want to make sure I get all the stuff that's down here before I start making my way up. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Looks like they got it all. So with this area here, it's basically just about getting up and getting out of here. You know, you're kind of like you've lowered down to the depths of the dregs, and there's stuff around though. So make sure you look around. But when you're ready to start leaving this area, it's all about getting elevation. So if you're going like lower, you'll know that you're going away from getting out of here, and if you start climbing stairs and paths going up, you'll know that you're on the right path to getting out of this area. And you'll see a fog door up ahead. See the fog door up there? This is the path that leads out of here, and it also opens up your path when you're heading out of to get to the next boss fight in the level. There's a powerful like red mind flare, like dark spirit up here, and you know, either pick him off with your bow, or if you're really strong and you can get up and just lay waste to him, Careful, though, fighting him at range. Like, he's got some spells that, especially since we take damage from magic, you know, be careful, because he can really whomp you hard. He's just right here. He hits you with that little soul blast he's got, and it'll definitely lay some pain down. Once you aggro them, though, it's not so bad. Once you get them kind of aggro and they just kind of run at you. But if you keep them where they're in like a sniper position, where they just keep sniping at you, they can be pretty dangerous. Crystal worm up ahead. Yeah, it totally reminds me of the Mind Flayers from old Dungeons and Dragons. Ooh, alright, some age spice. Let's actually go ahead and equip that in our inventory there. I'm still laughing about that Spice Girl joke. Alright, then once you butcher your way through these guys, your next path over this way. About these gargoyles is they usually drop you in like a warrior soul or an unknown hero soul. Is this another way of getting a little bit of extra souls out of them? Storied warrior soul, very useful. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, fell to my death. Splat. No. I saw the blood pool there too. I'm like, yay, blood pool. I zigged when I should have zagged. That gets me a lot. I die a lot from falling, where I'm like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, ah, watch that first step. It's a doozy. You see all the blood pools, you can just see so many other people dying and falling. Gravity. Oh, gravity, stay the hell away from me. That's true, man. Hey, Pikachu on that bee, how you doing? Merry Christmas! I am having a blast playing the original Demon's Souls here on the remake, well, the remake of the original Demon's Souls. And this is my wizard build here. Did a little wizard build. And we are making our way back to get our souls. Yeah, I'm great, man. You know, I'm just trying to, you know, avoid this COVID nightmare that's going on right now in California. You know, I feel so bad for the doctors and nurses, and I just feel like the best thing I can do is just, you know, stay home and you know, like not have to worry about, you know, potentially, you know, getting sick and being another. I mean, they've got, you know, people in hallways right now. It's the hospitals are so crowded, so it's just so scary. And I trying to just do my best to not be a part of the burden, you know. And I'm very grateful, you know. Me and my dad, we've wrote it out so far and haven't got it and stuff. And our neighbor 5 doors down, really nice gentleman, he just passed away from it. It was real nice guy, and he was in his 80s, and he was just a really nice guy. Oh, that's what I mean. This guy with his magic is going to be dangerous. We got to try to get him aggroed. But yeah, so I, you know, seeing my neighbor actually, you know, I have one friend that had, you know, a heart attack from it, but lived, thank God. And I've had another friend now that's a couple of friends that have passed away from it. So I'm just scared, you know. I just don't want to get it. I hate being sick, and you know. So I'm just doing my best to just stay at home. And as a gamer, I feel I have the right set of tools, as Liam Neeson would say. I have a particular skill set for avoiding viruses. It's called, hell, I can sit on my ass for 12 hours and it don't bother me. Cave dwelling. I mean, I you know, I'm as soon as they, you know, make it so where the vaccine's available and stuff, I'm gonna take it. I don't have any hang-ups about it or any of that. I mean, I totally understand if somebody doesn't want to get it and stuff. You know, that to each person their own and stuff. To me, I just. Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, my friend Not For Nothing just went through it. Wow. I'm so glad you're okay. That's so scary. I go to my local Vons pretty regularly, And two of the ladies that I've gotten to know, you know, been shopping there for 20 years, you know, just sweethearts. And they both passed away from it, and it's just scary. It just scares me. All right, so let's get our souls back here, and you know, I'm just gonna do the best I can to write it out. So here we go. Here's our souls that we lost a second ago. So we got those back. You know, losing my mom this April. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, for some healthy people and stuff like that, it's no big thing. But you know, it's like my dad. He's got you know, high blood pressure, and you know, he's in his you know, early 70s, and I mean, I just don't want to take any kind of chances, because you know, you have, you know, I mean, it's not just, you know, old people that are dying from it. You know, I saw a buddy of mine who posted on Facebook about his sister, who's an ER nurse in Texas, and she got it, and she had a stroke. And they told her she had a mild case of it. She went home and she had a stroke. And this girl, you know, runs marathons and stuff. So, you know, like, it just really, it just depends on how it affects your body, you know. But yeah, she had a stroke. They ended up having to cut off one of her arms. I mean, it's no fucking joke, you know. I'm scared. It scares me, and so I'm just trying to stay away from it. Alright, so now that we've broke that second chain there, guys, this will open up the path I was showing you earlier to the boss fight. Now, when I first saw this thing, I thought it was a heart, but now I think it was an egg sac, because all these guys seem to come out of it. So now the upper levels won't just be populated by gargoyles, they'll be these guys, these muck monsters. Ooh, Noble Lotus. That'll be useful. Alrighty, and this actually is now basically we're back at the very beginning of the level, but now we can go forward in the level where we couldn't go forward before. Again, towards a boss fight. If you know, see how we have 16,000 souls. If you wanted to go level up, you know, before the boss fight, no reason not to, guys. You know, so you're right back there at the beginning. Is what I'm just trying to say. It's just going back up this path instead of going the way we're heading. If you just turn around and go the other way, it'll take you right back to where you can teleport to the Nexus. But now that you see we've dropped the heart, there's a couple different things. First, you want to come back down this way, and there'll be some items that you can get, some really good items down here. And there'll be some of these guys now. Dude, our level 5 upgraded Crescent Falchion, man, that's nice for saving us magic power and stuff, and it lays a pretty good smackdown down. Oh! That just scared me. I thought I got knocked off the edge. Alright, so now you can come in here, guys, and there's all sorts of stuff as you move around here. The gold mask right there, that has big uses. The Ring of Avarice, that's the ring I was telling you about, guys, that gives you more souls when you're wearing it. That's what you want to wear when you're farming souls. So there's a lot of good stuff in this little area right here. And now we can go up for a boss fight. Yay, boss fight! I really like this level. It just, again, like I look in the background and it looks like something you'd see in like Lord of Rings. Oh, Mordor. That's a game that I hope they remake some more of. I'd like to see some more Lord of Rings games. They were doing them a lot back in the early 2000s and mid-2000s. I'd also like to see EA do another Battle for Middle-earth, but I don't think they have the licensing anymore, so I don't really know how that works out. So now, guys, the path I was showing you earlier, where the tentacle from the giant blood heart is gone, so now you can start making your way up this way, and you can make your way up this way. So there's two different areas where you can go. Wow, yeah, you know, I mean, you know, I'm always, you know, for people, you know, enjoying and spending time with their family and stuff. You just, it's super scary with that COVID, man. I am not underestimating it. I'm definitely trying to avoid it if possible. I mean, I know people that had it and, you know, and were asymptomatic, didn't even know they had it. And then I know people that got it and, you know, almost died from it. So again, it's no joke for sure. And that, I mean, and that's the thing for me, like, you know, my mom's mom, my grandma, she's 88, you know, and we've been going over, and my mom's neighbor, who I've been seeing a lot, he's 90. So I've just been really wanting to make sure that, you know, I don't, you know, take it to them. That's my big fear. Alright, so now we've cleared all this up, and eventually we'll come back up here once we have our world tendency to light. First, though, we gotta go fight the boss. Yeah, my friend Teddy, he's like Captain Workout, you know, he's in his late 50s, early 60s, and he got it, and he had a heart attack when he was down. He got it down in Brazil, and he had a heart attack while he was down there from it. And you know, it's just like I said, you know, it's, I mean, I don't want to live afraid. But there's nothing wrong with being cautious, you know, and if you're not in, you know, like peak health and stuff like that, I mean, yeah, and if you have anybody that, you know, has conditions around you, it's just something you gotta take seriously. I mean, you know, oh yeah, like I was saying, that my buddy's sister, she did the Iron Woman contest and all that, and, you know, and they told her she had a mild case of it. And then she went home and had a stroke, you know, and she's 25 years old and in perfect health, never had any conditions or nothing. So, I mean, it's just like if you get a bad draw on the thing, it can. All right, guys, and then back to the game real quick. There, up there, that this guy, he can be real dangerous again because we take extra damage from his magic, and then we're fighting on a super narrow platform right here. So this guy is actually pretty formidable. It's not so bad if you're a warrior or if you're using archery spells. And if you can do is if you can trigger him and get him to go aggro and chase after you, that'll probably be optimum. Or if you kind of just sneak up behind him and start the fight before he can start targeting you. But you want to definitely take that guy seriously there because he can lay down the pain. Alright. So, here we go to the boss fight. Let's make sure we're pulled up on spice. This is another one of those super... This fight can be tough. It's through this door right there, but first we're going to go around, and as always I got to get anything shiny. I'm like, shiny! Yeah. Yep. Yes, sir. The man-eaters. You know, the biggest thing for me with them is just getting knocked off the edge, bro. That's, like, it's not so hard to beat them. It's when they launch me off the edge to my death is what gets me a lot with this. This is if you have a protection spell, this is a great one for the protection spell, because these guys are mostly physical. See, that little launch they do. But nothing stands up to Firestorm, dude. Firestorm just rocks these guys. Oh, I'm glad he didn't knock me off the edge. Oh, come on, don't knock me off the edge. One of the things you can do up here, guys, is use this. Oh. Yeah, he's almost killed me. That's why I told you to get that Firestorm spell, guys. If you're going the wizard route, dude, you will just lay down bosses. Yeah. Yeah, bro. That thing is no joke. Whew. Alrighty. No, yeah, exactly. No, this is the game for the Firestorm. I mean, like I said, like the wizard early on in PvP, a lot of people know how to deal with you, because you're just throwing like spells at them that they can dodge. But once you have Firestorm, it's one of those ones where it's all about kind of like luring them in. Like I always kind of try to act like I'm afraid, and then like I'm running away from them, and then right when they get up on me, just trigger it. And sometimes it'll knock them off their feet. Sometimes it'll just outright kill them. It's just a very powerful spell depending on how you're spec'd out.
Thou seek, then touch the demon. Soul of the mind.
Oh, we're a little short on what it takes.
I shall await thy return, Slayer.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to go ahead and bring me to the end of the broadcast. I will pick up from right where we're at in the next broadcast. So we're gonna go, on Sunday when I come on and broadcast. We're gonna pick up right here where we're at. And, you know, we'd love for you guys to come in, hang out, chat, as always. And, you know, I just want you guys to have a very Merry Christmas, have safe holidays, be safe out there. And, you know, that's what's important. We will be back. You know, we love having you in our little channel here. It's always awesome talking with you. Pikachu, I'm so glad that you're okay and that you got through the COVID. And, you know, just know you can always talk with us, friends. You can always get me on Twitter. You can get me on Facebook. You can always talk with me in the channel. We love to chat with you guys. We love to broadcast games and hang out. That's the best part of the day. I got a big turkey I'm going to cook today, and then we'll go watch some football with my pops. So, you know what? You guys just have an awesome day out there, friends, and we hope to see you in the next broadcast.